Back in the room. Cheers,
brother.
our fella.
It's good to be back. This is
The second week, boy.
second week of it.
Second episode.
2.
Buzzing, getting into the rhythm.
Yeah, get into the flow of this now.
Yeah, we've been listening in this week.
Actually, I have H.
Oh,
Wee bit of H and
Oh.
Central C. His new album.
old school. It's like, or
Yeah,
like
well, yeah, but initially because of H, obviously released
released
the diss
Yeah.
track about Central C. So then started going back and just reminiscing on how
Yeah.
good H was.
yeah.
Like,
What was
Wait.
that? Was it Polaris?
yes,
It was, yeah, I was listening to it actually after the diss. I went on.
yeah. I think
as
that's
well.
the way I went as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. What did you think of Central C's album? If you even listened to it all,
It's decent. Like it is very decent, but it just gets repetitive for me
Yeah.
the odd time. Like
I just think
Okay.
he's very the same. All the songs, just
yeah. But
decent,
no, it is
decent,
decent.
but
Like,
yeah, I think a lot of his stuff sounds the same. And I sent you that thing of where he just takes full verses out of other songs and just plays them
That
again.
was
Didn't
mad,
it?
yeah, TikTok, yeah, that's right.
And then actually,
H's diss was class. Like,
it was
Class.
unbelievable. We're going to do this episode, aren't we?
100% we are. Yeah.
About maybe even we'll do multiple ones, but we'll
Yeah.
definitely
There's some very good
focus on
UK ones actually as well. Like,
Yeah.
Dave.
Well, we were talking about that a couple of weeks ago. Is it
yeah.
Chipmunk and
With Chip and Stormzy, yeah.
or Wiley, was it?
Or with Wiley and Stormzy as well.
Yeah.
I think Stormzy and Chip had the fight.
No,
too.
no, it was Chip and Tiny Tempa.
Oh yes, yeah.
That was it. And then I have one song down here. You might know it, but the Kanye West "Ecstasy." Have you heard it?
No, I haven't
No?
actually. No,
Fire, we'll have to. I don't know. Can we play songs on this?
I don't know what
If
way
you
it's going to be.
I'm
Probably
not sure.
30 seconds or something.
Maybe, but there's an
Yeah.
absolute mad line in it that
Yeah.
we'll put up and we'll send a link to it that everyone can
Fair
can
enough.
listen. But it's I think it was from 2018, 2019 or something. I seen it on like an Instagram
Right,
reel, and I was
yeah.
like, sounds like Kanye. Never heard of it. Went
Yeah.
on. It's a mad line he has in it. Mental.
He's on 1-2 this week.
His head
As this is recording, as like last night, his tweets were just going absolutely mental. Crazy.
Classic Kanye.
Classic.
So you want to introduce what the episode is today? Then who we're looking into?
Today we're doing an artist focus. So our artist focus of this week is going to be who?
Mr. K. Dot, Mr. Kendrick Lamar, Mr. Grammy, Mr. Super Bowl.
Oh, Mr. Super Bowl. Yep. So buzzing for this one.
Yeah.
He's been on one hell of a hot streak in 2024 into 2025. So
I know. Has anyone
Yeah.
had a better
you're
18-month
you're
period here?
throwing this out here.
I'm just thinking, like, has anyone had a better 18-month period? Like, think of what's happened to him. He put out
50 Cent from Get Rich or Die Trying to Get Rich or Die Trying movie.
what Super Bowl did he do?
Come on now. Come on now. I don't know. There is an argument for that.
Yeah.
Like the run, Kendrick's run. I seen that on Instagram actually. It was like, has anyone ever had a better year?
Yeah.
There's been some phenomenal years.
No, there
Eminem
has,
Lose
yeah.
Selfie at my Eminem
Yeah.
show. And then you have 50 Cent Get Rich or Die Trying to the movie. Lil
Yeah.
Wayne's mixtape run, and like from 2007 to 2008-9, he was on one. He was the biggest, yeah.
Yeah.
And then before that, you have obviously your Nas and Jay-Z had runs.
But I'm thinking more in terms of
NWA.
going from someone that wouldn't have been considered like popular. I mean, he was popular, but in that sense, like
Yeah.
someone that non-rap people
Yeah.
would have known, like wasn't really
Yeah.
Kendrick, do you know?
Yeah.
And
Well,
now,
this is it. If we went
because-
down...
do you remember we went to go see him a couple of years ago,
Yeah.
and we pretty easily got tickets.
Yeah.
If
that's
you
right.
tried to get tickets, now,
Yeah.
you would have absolutely no chance.
What a concert, but
It was unreal.
3 Arena. Unbelievable.
But yeah, like so he's had Mr. Morale, then
GNX.
the Drake beef
The whole Drake beef, yeah.
between
Yeah.
that,
Yeah.
Not Like Us coming out, then GNX, then Super Bowl,
No, Super Bowl.
and winning all the Grammys.
And the Grammys.
Like, I don't know,
Mad.
you could struggle to beat that run. But yeah. So for anyone who doesn't really know Kendrick, so California rapper, released a mixtape 2010. Overly Dedicated.
Oh,
You heard it?
oh, what? Of
Yeah.
course, yeah. You're gonna be interested in the top songs, then, because
I
have one off it. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I haven't listened to the full mixtape, but I know of the song that you've picked.
probably.
Then obviously the next mixtape, Section 80, unbelievable.
Yeah, obviously, yeah. I think that one was the one that put him.
Yeah, put him kind of on the map.
Like,
yeah. Got. Did he get noticed by TDE after that?
TDE, and then sure Dre got involved with him.
Yeah,
Dr. Dre got involved with him because he ended up on a few songs, or like producing a few songs for Good Kid, Mad City. I'm almost sure there's the recipe on it on Compton.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then obviously I think Kendrick was like heavily involved in writing Dr. Dre's album Compton, come out with the movie. Remember,
right.
Straight Outta Compton?
Straight Outta Compton.
One of the best the way. Sure, Dre put out an album alongside it, and Kendrick's on it a good bit. So that was all actually pretty early days for Kendrick, I suppose.
Yeah, but Good Kid, Mad City was 2012.
12?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which seems mad because like I went back and listened to that like 2 years ago maybe, from start to finish.
Yeah.
And it instantly just became my favourite album again. It's like
really?
It's just so good.
Incredible.
For it to be 13 years old.
Are you saying it's his best album?
Well, we'll go into that. We'll get into a bit more detail about the albums. But for me, yeah, I think so. But listen, we'll talk about it later. But we'll say. So then after that, he had Pimp a Butterfly, 2015.
Yeah.
An absolute classic as well.
Yeah.
But probably a bit more
political, sort of.
Yeah.
Deep, so very deep and introspective.
Won't be everybody's favourite, I would say.
Yeah.
But like Marmite in that way. You know. Could be hit or miss, but there's some absolute classics on that. Like All Right, King Kunta.
Yeah.
I
and you is unbelievable. These Walls.
Unbelievable.
Unreal. How much $1 cost or something, I think. Oh, I'm gonna have to revise my list.
So we used to do tell them what we used to do with the first initial draft of the podcast, where it was like you used to listen to a full album.
Listen to a full album
and pick our favourite songs from it then.
So you'd have to do a top, even just from that album.
Just that one album, we had to pick top 3.
We picked top 3 in the album, and it did used to be the funniest part of the night, like, because you would have had a pre-arranged one
before you listened to the album. Yeah.
And then whether it's the beers or you're listening to it fresh and you have each other beside you and you're getting hyped up.
Seeing your reaction to some of the songs, I was I think that's in my top 3 now.
Yeah. There's a lot to be said for that. So, yeah. I don't know. Now we're naming that. We're going songs. I'm already changing some of my list. Yeah.
I haven't even got to Damn.
Damn, oh my God.
Humble. Loyalty. DNA, Duckworth, Fear, Love.
Fear, yeah. You say Loyalty? Yeah, Loyalty.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I don't know.
Some classics. And you love Mr. Morale.
So that's what's getting on to
as
next.
Well.
That might be my favourite album of his.
That's what I actually would have thought that, to be honest.
Which is probably an unpopular opinion, because
I'd say there's a lot of people out there.
Yeah. I don't know.
Oh, maybe. I'd say it's between Pimp a Butterfly and Good Kid, Mad City would be the two, and then everyone would say.
And then GNX has just come out, and I think that could be the album I've listened to the most in such a short period of time.
Really?
Like, I just can't get enough of them songs. So
that's good.
Unbelievable.
I just get obsessed with TV for some reason.
Well,
not for some reason. There's a valid reason. Because it's unreal. That's why.
No, that run he has in GNX, Hey Now, Resurrection, and then TV Off.
Yeah, Reincarnated. Reincarnated. It's unbelievable. Yeah.
I loved it. Those 3 in a row. Class. Right, so you were saying, like, go in a little bit more detail into each of the albums. So let's start off with Good Kid, Mad City. What would you say, without giving away kind of what your top 4 overall songs are going to be?
Yeah.
What do you think about that album in terms of compared it to his other albums?
Yeah.
And what's some of your favorite tracks from it?
Again, that album I would say was the one that put me on to Kendrick when it came out. Like it completely, like you couldn't, if you were anyway involved in listening to rap or American rap, like every single thing on Twitter or rap outlet website you were talking about was like, everyone needs to listen to The Good Kid, Mad City by Kendrick Lamar. And I don't know if I had heard of him before, because I think I went and heard like Rigor Mortis and Section 80 songs and over dedicated after
I think
it come out. And like, is this streaming and all would have been here this time, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Good Kid, Mad,
I think so, yeah.
So I think I went back and then on YouTube and watched the stuff there.
Yeah.
So Good Kid, Mad City was the first one that probably introduced me to him. And Swimming Pools, unbelievable.
Do you listen to, whenever an album comes out, do you listen to the full album? Like
from start to finish?
Like no skips, no skips, shuffle, no anything?
No matter what, you cannot skip an album on the first, at least the first 2 or 3 listens. I don't think you can skip. After 2 listens and there's a song, that you've thought really about it the first time, but you didn't. And then the second time, you're like, don't know.
You have to get each of them.
I think so. Because there's ones that do
wrong. That's where I go wrong. I wouldn't say I'm an album listener. Like
what was the worst one you done?
50 Cent.
Hate. 50 Cent Hate. I skipped it. I was like, I'm up in like your top 3.
That's one of my favorite 50 Cent songs.
Yeah, unreal. But no, I'd say, yeah. Like Swimming Pools, it was the lead single off it, wouldn't it have been? Would it have been the first one out? I think it'd have been like the lead single, and then there was "Don't Kill My Vibe."
Money Trees.
Was it a single? It bound to be a single after, probably after it was out.
Yeah.
But what a song! My goodness, live. I think that's the best song I've ever seen live. Potentially.
What?
Money Trees.
Mad City.
Nah, Money Trees. That's burned in my brain.
Yeah.
Money Trees. Yeah. I was near brought the tears.
We haven't even talked about 2 of, in my opinion, 2 of the best songs from that album is Sing About Me, Dying of Thirst. I don't even know what you would call it. It's a masterpiece. But
masterpiece in storytelling and rapping, and the song, the build-up of the whole song, musically, everything about it is just scientifically.
Yeah. If you have 12 spare minutes, go and listen to that
only
song.
12, like.
But it is. It's a great story. And then Art of Peer Pressure, also on that album.
Yeah. I think
one of my favorites.
I think at that time, that album, like coming out with like, it's like a conceptual album where it's like, obviously it's a story from start to finish. Yeah. And like he's talked about this in interviews where it's like, he wanted to tell who Kendrick Lamar was before anything else. Like, to do that on your first real studio album, debut album, and true. Do it so, I mean, with them songs, but still be able to tell the story through the songs. Yeah. But they're also unreal songs. Like Backseat Freestyle is unbelievable, but it actually ties in to the story.
Because they're all just driving about in the car, backseat, and they're doing a freestyle, or he's doing a freestyle with all his mates in the car.
Yeah. Yeah, unbelievable.
I do think.
Did somebody say dominoes?
In terms of a story from an album, or like the story that it gives you, I wish that was just made into a movie. Like that needs to be like a Get Rich or Die Trying type thing, where they just turn that album into a movie.
Class, what a series or something?
I think that would be unreal.
A wee 6-part ITV drama.
Kid Mad. Next album then, Pimp a Butterfly.
Yeah.
What's your initial thoughts on this?
Right, so this is my thing with rap, and I am not going to be on the bandwagon of, I'm just going to call something like my favourite because everyone else is classic, or it is classic. Look, it is an amazing album, and if you're looking at it from a rap perspective, songwriting perspective, all that, unbelievable. But I am a white guy from Banbridge Town in Northern Ireland, so obviously some of it's not. I'm not going to pretend that you get Tupac
all the struggles.
Like everyone will probably be going mad that I'm I'm not a massive Tupac fan. I can appreciate and listen to Tupac, but am I going to go into my car and play like most of Tupac's
Yeah.
discography because it doesn't relate to me.
No.
You know what I mean? Like, I can appreciate it, and it's unbelievable. But as far as rotation and listening to, and that's what I get with The Pimp a Butterfly.
Yeah.
Now, some songs are unbelievable.
I agree with it.
But like when it goes into like Hood Politics and all, unbelievable song, but I just don't. That's just not my.
Wesley's Theory on
Wesley's
that as
Theory's
well.
class song, yeah.
Yeah.
But he don't like. There's some things, and I do understand the hardships and everything he's talking about is important for him and his story, and it's important for us to hear it. But it just doesn't resonate
You're
with
allowed
me.
to have your favourites.
Do you know what I
doesn't
mean?
mean that you don't think it's good, but
Yeah.
it's just not your favourite. I would totally agree with that.
But there's some great songs.
As you said, there's still some absolute classics.
It's
on
very good for like even like for a deep Kendrick.
Mm-hmm.
Like You is probably one of the deepest songs.
I'm struggling to remember it.
It's class.
I have kind
He's
of
like
three or four off that.
song. Are we allowed to play a song?
I don't know. Probably not. I'm not sure.
Surely you're allowed. Sure, I don't know.
We'll do that. We'll have Lock and Loaded for next
Lock
time.
and Loaded, yeah. 100%.
Then we'll have Damn album.
Mm-hmm.
When was that? 2017. And he won a Pulitzer Prize. First ever rapper to win a Pulitzer Prize. There's something else we didn't mention
of
the things that he done.
But yeah.
What was it?
I'm just going to constantly revert back to Eminem.
Would you be a big Eminem fan then?
That has to stop right now. I'll be better, but honestly, the Pulitzer Prize bar is unbelievable. But anyway, that's unrelated.
So first
he won a
ever
Pulitzer Prize for
Damn. First ever rapper to win it. So Pulitzer Prize is for art.
For what though?
It's for art and publishing and something else. I can't remember what the criteria is for a Pulitzer Prize, but
I don't see how Damn
because
is any more rewarding of it than To Pimp a Butterfly. So why it was Damn?
That's what I thought. Because I think what they gave it to him for was like the like getting across what the culture was in this art form of music. But to me, To Pimp a Butterfly actually does that better.
Yeah.
So I'm a bit confused about why it was. Not that he didn't deserve it for something, but if he deserved it for anything, to me it would be To Pimp a Butterfly is more like a critic's album rather than like a fan's album. Do you know? In that way.
I think Damn's my second favorite.
Second favorite album.
Mm-hmm. From Kendrick, 100%. I loved it. I was impressing at uni at that time. Unreal.
He did have some hits on
Loyalty.
Humble's
DNA.
Duckworth. I listened to Duckworth
unbelievable.
On the way over here.
Yeah.
Because everybody talks about Duckworth and I'm like,
it's
not one that ever like sticks out in my head like as my favourite.
Pure storytelling.
Yeah, another storyteller.
Unreal. That's class.
And then we have Mr. Morale.
You absolutely
my favourite.
You love it.
So what was that? Was that 5 years he didn't release an album for then? In between those?
Damn must have been 2017, wasn't it? And then
that was 2022.
2022? Is that already like 3 years ago?
Yeah, because
holy shit.
I think it kind of I connected with that album because at the time it came out I was over in Dubai and like living on my own for 8 weeks and that just came out and every day I went for a walk. You had to go early in the morning, otherwise it was too hot. Just the headphones in, just listen to that album and I don't know.
You and Kendrick best buds, like
I just felt like he was speaking to me.
You look like
with that album. I don't know. We're gonna go for a break.
We're just gonna go for a break. We're sponsored by Kleenex.
But that album,
I know what you mean.
And I think if I wasn't away, at that time,
you wouldn't have.
I probably wouldn't have liked that album as much. And then whenever he come and done that tour, I did shed tears at that tour.
You did shed tears at that tour.
That was I was just like that. Just brought me back to that time where you're kind of on my own, just figuring stuff out. You know,
it is a fantastic album. I have to say. Well, what would you say is your favorite song on it? Give us a clue. Is anything off Mr. Morale one of your top 3 Kendrick songs?
Top 4, yes.
interesting because this is what I was thinking when I was doing my list, and I was like, I wonder does he have one in it?
Yeah,
because I didn't.
It's a hard that album's a hard one because I'm saying that it's like possibly my favorite.
Yeah,
but I couldn't pick the songs out of it that would make it my like. It's just all the songs together and kind of the way it goes from start to finish.
Yeah.
All the songs combined. Whereas if you like go through some of those old other albums, objectively those songs are better. Like they're catchier, they're better bars, and it funnier, better beats.
Yeah.
But so to me, that album just altogether is a better album.
Oh, it is. It's a beautiful.
Or is my favorite album.
And so he's pouring his soul out on it, like it is. He's laying it all out there. But as I said, I don't know. I think I could very lazy maybe as a rap listener. I just love hearing beats and bars now. Whereas,
what is that? Do you think that's because of what you are trying to do with your maybe you're creating your beats and you're making your own music?
Maybe that's what I love to do.
That's what you're connecting with more. Like
I know what
your songs. You're not maybe trying to tell the same stories as those albums are, but but you're just more interested in a good beat and good lyrics. Do you know?
I know what you mean. Yeah, that could be part of it. But it is an unbelievable album. Or without doubt, I will never ever say it's not a good album. And musically so well put together and it's deep. But I just find I judge it all on my rotation.
Yeah.
Do I listen to it and then I'm like there, for example, Mac Miller album come out.
Mm-hmm.
And I have 2 songs off it that when I get into the car, I'm like, oh, get that on.
Straight away.
Whereas with Mr. Morale, I have N95 maybe.
Mm-hmm.
And Rich Spirit maybe. I maybe had. But even at that, not that, like, it maybe only for like a couple of weeks.
Mm-hmm.
And then I never went back to it. And I have went back to Mr. Morale. Do you know what I mean?
And I totally get that because even for me, it's not an album that I go back, even though class is one of my favorites, not an album I go back and listen to over and over again, but it's just always there as this is like one of my favorite albums. I suppose it's like a movie that's like your favorite movie, but you have other movies that maybe aren't your favorite, but you'll watch them more often.
Yeah.
But they're not your favorites. Your favorite is like an old one that you only watch maybe once a year or something. Do you know? To me, that's what that album is for me. And then we have GNX, the latest one.
Oh, I forgot about it.
Was that was that this year or was that 2024?
That was 2024.
That was just before Christmas then, was it?
Yeah, surprise drop, I think.
Yeah. And that's unbelievable.
Very good.
I think
he had to. I think the year he had the momentum.
It deserved an album.
Like that album was forever going to be great and do well because of the year. Just putting that out there, like no promotion. No, not his whole promotion was the year he had.
Was the
you know what I mean?
He was just constantly in the news.
Like I'd like to know. I'd like to want to know. I don't know if he said it in interviews, but did he have an album planned, or the way the year went and the momentum he had, did he realise and then just go right out to the studio and then put a load of songs out on an album?
Don't know.
Because if you're looking at a Kendrick Lamar album, we've talked about Mr. Morale and Butterfly. That like they're all like. And then Good Kid, Mad City's conceptual, so it's a plan. Doesn't GNX just be like, it's just like a collection of songs.
It sounds like a bunch of freestyles almost.
It's just a bunch of songs. Yeah. Sort of it's no like, yes, it has the same sort of vibe and
well, it has a mix
it's all
of
West
some
Coast.
Slow, some fast, some
storytelling though, but as an overall album, it seems like nearly a mixtape to me of just like, here's a load of songs I've done. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'd like to know if it was planned, or is it just those songs he had sitting already recorded, and he went, put them on the album. There you go, drop that before the year goes out.
Yeah.
I can do it in the Super Bowl in
just really
2 months. There you
Drake's face into the ground.
Into the ground.
One last time.
Yeah.
Right, we're going to take a quick break here, reload, come back, and after the break we are going to break down some of his best features, which I think will be interesting. And then we're going to go head to head with our top fours. Yeah. And whittle that down into what we think is Kendrick's best song.
Sick. So, love it. Right, so
where would it drop off there? So we're going to go into what we think Kendrick's best features
Yes.
are. So
His smile.
Yeah, his hair. I love his hair. Very good. So you have one and I have one.
Yeah.
So
I have the one that if you're talking about Kendrick Lamar, it's one that completely shook up the game.
Mm-hmm.
Control, and anyone who is interested in rap, and where this whole Drake thing probably stemmed from, I think
it's the source of all beef.
It's the source of all beef
Lamar.
Of modern rap. Like, this raised the bar. Like, Control verse with Big Sean on his album Finally Famous. Mental. He basically called out every rapper. We're going to put it on, aren't we?
We're going to put it on. We'll play the full song.
Let's speak itself, but we'll do Kendrick verse.
We'll just get his verse on it.
Control Kendrick verse. What a verse. But mate, I had that. You're talking about, what's the next one to come up there? Yours. Mate, I had that song. I mean, when that come out, I was in America. And sure,
when was that then?
2013, I think that come out. So that's Good Kid, Mad City, 2012.
That's not how long ago that was.
2013 or 14, that come out.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So that come out. And I was living.
That doesn't seem like it was that long ago.
Mad, mate. And that come out, and all of them rappers, like, some people responded, some people didn't. Yeah. Drake obviously went subliminally, which obviously caused this beef. But yeah.
So that's like, we're not getting into the beef right now. No. But that's kind of
like, they had Drake was on Good Kid, Mad City.
I know,
and like, Kendrick was on Take Care.
They had Poetic Justice together.
This is the thing.
But what I'm thinking is that this whole thing has been bubbling up since, obviously,
it has since
2013.
Yeah,
and I think because Kendrick, to me, is this smart. I think he's been just taking wee things over the last 11, 12 years and just putting them down so that he could just, whenever the beef come out, he's like, boom, I've got 11 years worth of ammunition here that I've just been writing down, like, secretly, to come back at him.
Not fair.
Yeah, that is not fair.
Yeah, that one, unbelievable. I love that. That's why I know it. So I played that over and over and over again. I'll tell you what.
I knew that was going to be your best feature.
Big Sean and Jay Electronica are absolutely unreal in that song too, by the way. Like, I'm actually not even going to go and say Kendrick has the best verse.
Oh.
I don't even know. They're all unbelievable.
Big Sean's
if you look at them all as rapping, like, if it wasn't for Kendrick's name dropping, they're all very, very, very close.
Yeah.
Big Sean's verse is unreal, and Jay Elec's unreal. Right, what's yours?
Mine is. I have two actually.
No,
we're only playing one. Yeah, it's Nostalgia by Pusha T featuring Kendrick Lamar.
And we're going to do Kendrick's verse. His come on.
So,
do you want the?
No, because that's somebody else. Yeah, that's someone else's podcast though.
Is it?
Yeah.
This does the physics of it.
Yeah, that's Dissect.
So we can't do that. Oh,
shout out to Dissect.
Shout out to Dissect.
Who put me onto this song.
That is absolutely unbelievable.
It's so this
we'll
song
have to link that
is we'll link their video. They break it down better than we're gonna. But basically, this song half and half of it exactly is Pusha T. The other half is Kendrick Lamar, and to me, it's the best feature that anyone's ever
go to him.
On.
Your son.
Every verse is a brick because the brick.
So
is it like 16? It's like a 16.
I'll try and explain. From what I can
are we not
remember,
allowed to play that like to show people?
I don't think so. We'll link it so that everybody can see it. But basically, this other podcast, like, they break down rap bars and they're absolutely unbelievable at it. We'll link it below. But basically, it was like 7 years after this song come out, they found this out. Like, which then leads into people saying, like, no wonder Kendrick doesn't drop an album for 5-6 years because people are still working out things from a featured song that he done 7 years later. But basically, that whole thing where he talks about quantum physics couldn't show you the world I was in, and then he goes into nine. If you listen to it again, he says 9s and 10s. So
all the whole way.
Extensions, 9s come with tensions.
So tensions in the air.
If you add up all those 9s and 10s, it adds up to 89.
Yes.
Which is it 80 or is it 87?
I don't know. I can't remember.
It's 1987 or
1989.
It was the year he was born. And what he says is there's 9s and 10s and add up to 19, which is the 19 part. And then whatever the number is, if it's 87 or 89, it adds up.
But he says 4.5 at one point as well, which is half of 9.
Which so I think it's all these mathematics. And then he talks about the verse as a brick. So a brick
16 bars.
A brick of cocaine is 16 ounces.
16 ounces, every verse is a brick. Yeah.
Or no, 36. So it's 36 bars.
Oh, I thought it was something about...
And it's half. Kendrick's verse is 36 bars, and this one,
his
is 36.
Oh, maybe no, it wouldn't be. 16 bars.
We might be getting
the math wrong, yeah.
The math of it, but basically that's
what
it's
like. Every verse is a brick.
Every verse is a brick.
Your son's dope,
and that, to me,
so his son is dope, which is dope. Like cocaine, dope, sound dope, but every verse of his is a brick.
Yeah,
so he's dope.
Every verse on this song is a brick. So the two of them split in exactly half and half, I think is.
And also
the song's 3:48 long, and if you go,
are you going to tell me that as well? If you go right to the half,
that's when Kendrick starts. So it's totally mathematical, which I absolutely love.
And also Pusha T, a massive guy who just talks about selling coca. So can we even say?
Oh, I think I'm not sure. I mean, that's what the song is about. So.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Oh my god. So I actually think your features is better than mine.
Then I have another one, which is I can't say it's my favorite. I can't say it's my favorite because that is my favorite feature.
That's the best one. Yeah.
To me, that's unbelievable.
I think that's one of the best features ever made.
Honorable mention to Family Ties with Baby Keem.
Oh,
his verse on that.
Oh, that's not a feature. That's them together.
It's on Baby Keem's album.
Family Ties is that not the Hillbillies? What's the Hill? Did they not have two songs? Was Family Ties? Oh, it was on his album.
It was on his album because I looked it up because I was gonna put that as one of my top Kendrick songs.
Yeah,
but I can't. I can't do it if it's not technically his song.
Right.
Honorable mention to Family Ties. Go listen to Family Ties.
Family Ties could be up there. That part. Incredible. That part's also very good. With it's with Schoolboy. I think it's on Schoolboy Q's album or J Rock's maybe.
Oh,
it's Black Hippie. It's
more another feature. Collard Greens from Schoolboy Q. With him on that,
he raps in Spanish and all, doesn't he?
Yes, he starts his verse.
I think
the
Spanish. Engineer who worked on the song was Spanish, and he's just like, "Does this sound right?" Or what could I say? And he's like, "Does this make sense in Spanish?" And the guy helped him with the Spanish. Like, all right, okay. And he just rapped in Spanish. Mental.
I actually love that this kind of part like that we're going to do for all these artist breakdowns, like the best features, because you can really show off.
God.
Artists
I'm just thinking of all the future ones now.
What
the J. Cole one's going to be ridiculous.
That guy went on a feature run where he just touched gold every time.
Every time he had 3 years of features that were like one was as good as the next one or the last one.
He has it in one of his songs. He's like, how many verses of the year this year Cole gonna write?
Yeah,
unbelievable. But so I think that'll be a good feature for us going forward, working through this.
That was fun. I enjoyed that section.
Next section then, basically the main event,
as it were.
The main event, as it were, Kendrick Lamar knockout tournament. So I'll just explain kind of what it is. We're each going to pick 4 songs, and we're going to put them in any order. It doesn't really matter, but it's personal to us. And then my song will go against your number 1 song. Yeah. 2 go against 2, 3, 4, 4. And then we will pick one from each and then battle it out again to find out which one song.
If you have not liked us as one of them, I will walk out.
I'm allowed to have whatever I want. And it's actually really hard because I've got 6 songs.
I've 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have 7 wrote down.
Right,
but there's I don't think my top 2's changing ever. Everything else up for debate. top one.
See,
is
it's hard.
cemented.
It's hard because I know.
I think I have the same as yours
Probably.
for number one.
So,
Like,
so I might go a wee bit out there, knowing that my favorite song is probably going to be on your list.
yes.
I'm going to maybe go a wee bit out there and pick one that I can see if I can
Right,
beat you at.
Right. So what am I saying first here? Am I saying my four?
You pick whatever one you want to
go up against yours? Like Pokemon. This is like Pokemon.
It's
like I'm drawn.
Like top trumps.
Oh my god! Right. Right. So I'm gonna throw out there. Sing About Me, Dan of Thirst.
Oh. Well, I have that, so I'm not going to put that out against it. But I will put out versus that. I'll go Art of Peer Pressure.
Yeah,
both from the same album.
So what do we do here? Because I don't know what I think. Sing About Me is better, but you have Sing About Me. So are you going to agree that it's better than Art, or do you have Art of Peer Pressure better than Sing About Me?
No, for me, I don't. I probably have Art of Peer Pressure.
So Sing About Me wins then.
But well, think about this because I have it. So
yes.
Do you think?
So then you come with me then to try and beat me because that's me one up. So the next one you say has to beat it.
Oh well,
no.
For me, no, that's not what we're doing. If you had to listen to what I explained, that's not what we're doing. Basically,
we're going for a break.
Basically, Sing About Me, Dan of Thirst is now through to the next round.
Right. Okay. Right. Sorry. Right.
Art of Peer Pressure's out.
Mm-hmm. I shite suggestion.
Yeah, didn't even get to explain why I had it in my top four.
Oh, I do have it. I know I have it because it's a great song and
it's a great song, and I think it actually goes. To me, on that album, those are the two songs that I'm like, they're very, very similar in what they talk about.
Yeah.
They're real deep stories. Sing About Me has kind of the two halves, you know, that you get into. The Art of Peer Pressure, I think, is so relatable.
Yeah.
If you listen to it, you're like, normally, based the whole theme running through it, he's like, normally I don't do this, but fuck, I'm with the homies.
I'm with the homies.
And he just gets talked into everything. He's like, about to catch my first offence. And he's like, things that you wouldn't normally. He's a good kid, which
in
good kid, mad city. Yeah. And to me, I find that song so kind of relatable in terms of peer pressure, the environment that you're in.
You've talked me into it. Wait, is Sing About Me still winning? You've near talked me into.
I mean, I would find it hard.
I don't know. Sing About Me's unreal.
Yeah, I find it hard to disagree because I have Sing About Me in mind, so I couldn't disagree that it's there. My next one then is Rich Spirit,
right,
from Mr. Morale. Who are you going up against in that one?
I'm going Ignorance is Bliss.
Well,
two very different songs.
Very, very different. What album's that from?
Overly Dedicated. Early Kendrick here. You don't.
Well, no. You're gonna have to really convince me on that one.
It's just pure bars, and the first verse, the cadence, and everything about it, I just absolutely love.
Well, I top trumped you because I cried during Rich Spirit live in Dublin when that song came on. I cried. So
right, well, we're not getting emotional about it all. Like,
that's going through. I don't care.
If I told you I cried, it goes to Swiss. The first time I heard it, I could not believe.
Rich Spirit's through. I'm not having a song.
I'm so raging.
I'm not having a song
has been thrown away this quickly.
No, I've never heard of it. So
I know, but
I can't put that through.
Well, we're listening to it after.
That's fine. We'll go listen to it. But for me, that can't go through to the knockout. It's not happening.
Right.
You're. You've two songs left.
You've annoyed me now. So I'm going Money Trees.
Oh. All right, I'm gonna go with my one and say
you're number one.
No,
you're one.
Sing About Me versus
Money Trees.
Not
having it. I'm not having it. Not entertaining it. Not having anything entertaining Money Trees. Sorry.
Really?
Money Trees is the most perfect song I think Kendrick's ever made. Lyrics, content, the features. J-Rock probably is best.
I think his verse is the best.
His best out of all of them. Out rap, but the song itself, the beat, the music, the cadences, everything, and then seeing it live. As I said before, it's one of the best songs I've ever seen live. So I think it is a special song. I will not hear anything about it.
I didn't put it in my top 4, but that's because I knew that you would, and that we would have this fight argument about it. I went Art of Peer Pressure instead, which is what I was explaining to you.
Is that
before.
what you were doing? I wasn't even thinking of you. I was just going, that's my top 4.
I knew. I know that
you don't have money trees in your top 4.
I'm doing the game. I'm trying to play the game for the audience. I need
to get understand the game. Right, yeah. So I need
money trees through. I'm happy to put money trees through.
But do you agree that money trees? Would you put money trees in your top 4?
I would put it in my top 4. I just didn't have it for this game. Yeah.
Right, okay.
I would put it top 4.
Right, well then, good in the weeks going forward, I'm gonna have to understand this game.
Yeah. we should have had a run through.
Thank God because if I had went money trees first there, I was just gonna be like, well, money trees
wins.
Right.
I think this next song is going to be the same for both of us. This last one.
Oh.
So I've got Mad City. Yeah. Which one goes through?
Money Trees goes through. Money Trees against Mad City.
No, I'm saying what is your song?
Oh, Backseat Freestyle. Sorry.
Right. So Backseat Freestyle versus Mad City.
When I was doing this, I actually put Ignorance is Bliss in just because I was like, I'm not doing everything Good Kid, Mad City.
But all of your songs
I had
are
Money
that.
Trees, Sing About Me, and Backseat Freestyle in my top 3, and then I switched it up.
So you were playing a game?
I was sort of playing the game, but also I was like, I don't know. I didn't want it to come on and just be like, Good Kid, Mad City, that's it. But it is. Is it not that's just the way it is.
Did you not say earlier that Damn was your favourite album?
No, second. Second
right,
favourite.
Okay, fair enough.
But I do have DNA. DNA would be my next
number
one.
5.
Number 4, 5.
Just misses out.
I don't know. I think I was smoking something when I was putting Ignorance is Bliss in. DNA is better than Ignorance is Bliss. Like, yeah. Right. So Mad City up against Backseat Freestyle.
Yeah. I love Backseat Freestyle, but to me that intro of Mad City just wins it.
But Kendrick had a dream, mate. Kendrick had a dream. Mad City, yeah, make Mad City is absolutely.
It is good. To me, I didn't have Backseat Freestyle.
I get confused with Good Kid and Mad City.
Mad City is if Pyros and Crips all got along.
Down then, so
every time I'm in the streets, I hit.
And then it switches to
down. Where you from?
And then does it switch though? Doesn't it switch into
halfway through?
Where is it supposed to be when it's a couple who look for hustle and other burn in the sea?
No,
it's like the.
Is that
the couple who look for?
I don't know. Is that not the next song?
I could be thinking of Good Kid. I'm getting confused now. Hold on.
I think
I'm actually going to have to look that up now.
From our very very poor interpretation of that, I think Mad City wins.
Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah.
So we've got Rich Spirit. We've got two from each. 2 of mine, 2 of yours went through. So we've got Rich Spirit, Mad City. What was your 2?
Rich Spirit, Add Money Trees, and Sing About Me.
Okay. So already I would say
that's a very good top 4 to be fair.
Let's get rid of one each of ours then. You get rid of one of mine, I'll get rid of one of yours. So you get rid of either Mad City or Rich Spirit.
Rich Spirit.
Done. What am I getting rid of?
Don't you dare. Don't you even think about it, pal.
For me, Sing About Me is my favourite song. So I'm contemplating getting rid of Money Trees.
That's fair enough. It's up to you. I'll just not speak to you.
But then I don't know because it's that one of what are you gonna play more? I'm always gonna put Money Trees on before I'm gonna put Sing About Me on. That's
the way I sort of look at it. Like that's.
But to me, that doesn't mean that's what your favourite song is.
I know what you mean.
And then I suppose it gets into: are we picking his best song or are we picking our favourite songs? Do you know?
My number one's always going to be my favourite song of him.
Yeah. rather
and then
than what you
rather
think
than
his best
what is
song
probably regarded the best.
Yeah.
Like
If we're going favorite songs like playable, then Money Trees goes through.
heard it's on the tape. Money Trees.
So Money Trees versus Mad City in the final.
Money Trees.
Money Trees.
I ain't going Money Trees.
I think I would struggle to argue that Mad City's better.
Well, you could argue it because you didn't put Money Trees in your top 4, and then you put Mad City.
If you listen to why I didn't put Money Trees,
I'm joking.
Oh my god! Right, this is gonna be the last episode of it.
But I can see an argument.
So we have come to somewhat of an agreement then that
Money Trees
is
Kendrick's best
song, or at least it's
in my opinion.
It's between us. It's our favorite song.
Yeah,
Kendrick.
Yeah.
And I would
bring me back.
I'd probably
is there
agree.
footage of us at that concert with Money
no,
Trees?
thankfully.
No. Yeah, thank God. Yeah, right enough.
So just kind of to wrap it up, what do you think is next for Kendrick? So he's won Grammys.
Yes.
As we're recording this, he hasn't done the Super Bowl yet.
Mm-hmm.
It'll be interesting. We'll do another episode after he performs the Super Bowl and kind of talk about that. Oh, actually, let's do this. What 5 songs do you think he'll play? Because he does like a 15. Right. It's probably a 15-minute.
I seen that.
He'll do multiple. He'll do like 30 seconds of different songs. Yeah. So what songs? What 5 songs do you think are guaranteed to be played, and maybe one that you think is going to be an outdoor pick?
I think it's very hard for the Super Bowl performance because he said himself his tour that we sing is an hour and a half tour, an hour and a half show, and he's cutting down into 13 minutes.
Yeah.
So
and by the way, in that hour and a half tour, he still didn't play some of his best songs or your favorite songs.
Yeah.
Do you know?
Exactly.
So is he going to go for is he going to go for crowd pleasers? Is
crowd
he going to
pleasers.
Go for anthems because it's a Super
I don't
Bowl
halftime? I don't think you'll see Money Trees.
No, I don't think you will.
You will see Not Like Us, because that's going to be pure devastation. That's
embarrassing.
He has to because the whole stadium will go. Like if he doesn't do it, everyone will be like, "No way." TV off. He will do off GNX.
So I was thinking
I think
about
he's not
this.
Come out to it.
I was thinking about this. There's a verse in that which makes me think that he will 100% play it.
Yeah.
Because it says.
But he'll do the second beat switch.
So
the second
the line in it. It says, "Walk in New Orleans with the etiquette of LA yelling," and then he shouts,
"Yeah, the etiquette of LA yelling mustard." Yeah,
Super Bowl is in New Orleans this year, and he comes out walking with LA. So I think TV off is 100%
TV off. I think he'll do backseat freestyle. I think he'll do all of the big. He'll do DNA, humble, 100%.
Yeah. He'll definitely do DNA because I think they play that as part of Super Bowl, Super Bowl Sundays or whatever, Monday Night Football.
But these will all be like one verses, and then like into the next one or like a different.
Yeah, there's talks about as like an out there one. There's talk about Baby Keem coming out with Family Ties.
Unbelievable live! It was unbelievable.
So there's talk about that being played. Also, I think he'll do something.
Family Ties.
I think he'll do something like All Right or or King Kunta because of the like the cultural thing, you know, black performers performing the Super Bowl with everything that's going on in America right now. I think he'll do I think all right I think he could play that.
I think he'll do I think he will try and get every album in. He'll try and get one of each album in.
Yeah, not mixtape, sorry, but like proper albums.
I think he'll get something from Good Kid, which is going to be Backseat Freestyle, say. Then To Pimp Butterfly, I would say you're 100% right with All Right, or else I.
Mm-hmm.
And then Damn, DNA. Humble. Mr. Morale. N95 or what else was there?
You can do. There's one at the start of that album. I can't remember the name of it.
Yeah,
it's a bit similar to N95. Worldwide Steppers, maybe.
I think he'll do N95 to it, and then he will have GNX TV off.
Yes.
family ties for BB King because it's his cousin and he's going to put him on the biggest stage ever.
I think he will.
So 100% family ties going to be, and then Not Like Us finished. Boom, 7 songs, minute each, minute and a half each.
Or
Boom, done.
Or
That's
he could
it.
just do Not Like Us 4 times.
Imagine. Oh, I'd pour one out. I'd pour one out.
Never come back from that.
That's wild. I'll just be ridiculous. 4 times people at Super Bowl singing A minor. That's just wrong.
Right, I think that is about all that we will have time for. So hopefully everybody enjoyed that. I really
love that.
Going through one of my favourite rappers.
Yeah.
Just remember, and even some of the things that you said that I'd forgot about, the different songs, the albums, the features, that control verse. Unbelievable. So if anybody out there hasn't heard of Kendrick, listen to him.
Get to know. If watch Super Bowl performance.
If you have, let us know what your favourite songs are.
Yeah.
We'll link the contact details in the YouTube. And that is about it. We will be back next week with another episode. Until then,
absolutely.
Real.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers.